Hi everybody, it's Crystal. So I'm going to pop on here for a minute and I'm going to answer a question that I get asked all the time. I don't have a tutorial for this. No, that's not the question, but actually I have one that's extremely similar. The only difference is the crown. If you look on my channel, it's called the Garden Lodge beanie. It's actually identical, other than the crown is this straight double crochet. It isn't post stitches, but everything else is the same. Okay, past that, I'm going to answer a question that I've been getting asked quite a bit. It's about Joann's. Is Joann's closing? Do I know anything about Joann's closing? Well, I probably don't know more than anybody else. I only know what I read and what I hear. So people have been asking me a lot. So I can tell you that yes, Joann's did file bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcies that businesses and that they can file, some worse than others. Now, they filed a Chapter 11, which allows them to work with their lenders and whatnot to come up with a deal in order for them to pay back any debt that they might owe, and which they were able to do. That is not public, the deal or anything, but I do know that they are able to stay open, both online and brick and mortar. Stores will be running a business as usual, Joann's did say. Now, Joann's is a publicly owned, it's publicly owned and traded. It used to not be. I think it was like in 2021. It was Joann's was privately owned and Michael's was public. And right about the same time, Joann's went public and Michael's became privately owned. So it was weird. It was like almost at the same time. I remember it. But anyways, so Joann's they did say that they would be able to conduct business as normal. I mean, let's hope so, because I don't know about you. I do about 99% of my yarn shopping online because I live so far away. I live in the sticks, and I live so far away from Michael's and Joann's. It's just easier for me to buy online. Plus, they have a lot more stuff online than they do in store. And Michael's online sucks. I hate Michael's online. Now, the Michael's brick and mortar is fine. If I go inside of a Michael's, it's cool. I have no problem with that. If I go online, it's full of third-party sellers. I can't even find anything I hate. I hate it. I hate Michael's online. I don't buy. It's like Amazon, but with yarn. It's horrible. It's not. It's so bad. It's laughable. But the only time I would buy anything online at Michael's is if they dropped a new carrot cake, because for some reason Yarnspiration has struck a deal with Michael's, and every time they put out a new carrot cake, Michael's gets it first. So I have to go and get it from Michael's. Or if Michael's brings out a new yarn that I think's interesting. And actually, they brought some new yarns out not long ago that I thought were pretty cool, but I could not suffer going and through their website long enough to even order them. I just didn't want. I mean, I was looking and I find one and put it in my cart, but there was just so many third-party sellers and stuff in between. I was like, this sucks. Forget it. I ain't even shopping on Michael's online. I'll just wait and drive to Michael's one day, and then my Michael's probably won't even have any of the new yarn anyways, so it doesn't matter. I don't care. So if Joann's closed, that would suck big time, because what would be left? I mean, some of you might like Michael's online. I don't, but some of you might. But you have to admit, it's really gone under. Like, third-party seller city, man. You can't, it's like hardcore. And the prices they want. Crazy. Anyways, I like Joann's a lot. So whenever I heard that, at first I heard they were filing they were in trouble, they were filing bankruptcy. I'm like, no, that ain't true, that ain't true. And then people I kept seeing it in the news. I'm like, oh crap, maybe it is true. So yes, they did file Chapter 11 bankruptcy due to a couple reasons. I think they mentioned it due to declining sales because of just the cost of everything nowadays, inflation or whatnot. And then also during COVID, when people had restrictions on them and, you couldn't really do anything, a lot of people actually took to the crafts of yarn, knitting and crochet and whatnot. And, it boosted sales of Joann's and Michael's and craft stores. And now that there are no more restrictions on COVID, Joann had mentioned that had played a part in the declining sales as well. Kind of people are going back to doing their norms and maybe forgetting about crochet and knitting, which is sad. You get a lot of new people. Not everybody did, of course, but then you get, I always hate to think about the art of crochet or even knitting dying, so to think about people taking it up during COVID, it was awesome. And then to hear Joann saying that they think that was a possibility of the decline in sales, that they noticed it when the restrictions went away, that their decline started, some of it. And I'm like, people just giving up on it. That sucks. But, makes sense. People got to get back to their normal lives, I guess. But anyways, that's not really what we're talking about here. We're talking about Joann. So they said it's that, they worked out a deal. They were able to work out a deal with their lenders or whatever to keep their businesses, brick and mortar and online, open. And it's going to be business as usual until they are able to pay off their debt that they owe. And they did say that if there's any Joann stores that close down, that you see closed down, or employees being laid off or something, it has nothing to do with the bankruptcy. That's just the business, part of it. Joann's are built and closed all the time. Same with Michael's. They build new Michael's and then they close Michael's down. And Hobby Lobby, they'll build new Hobby Lobbies and close them down. It just really kind of has to do with location, how well that place is performing. There's one closing it down about an hour away from me at Joann's, because something to do with the building that they were renting. It was like an outlet type thing. The building they were renting or something, the landlord wouldn't budge on, or was wanting too much money or something, and they just they're shutting it down now. So those are just possibilities of things that could happen, that has nothing to do with the bankruptcy at all. So they did say that if you see any, and I know they're building new Joann's too. I've heard people saying that they are getting new Joann's in their neighborhood. So they said any that shut down or any layoffs that happen, any you see being new built, none of it has to do with the bankruptcy. That's just the way those stores work. They build new ones and they shut new ones down. That's just how it is. So let's hope that they do okay. I did read online that, I think I read it was 89% of businesses that file Chapter 11 bankruptcy end up coming out of it okay. So, if you're like me, I'm really, really going to hope that Joann's does, because Joann's online, for me, is amazing. They got killer deals. They got a crap ton of yarn. It's not covered in third-party sellers. And it's easy to navigate. And I don't know, it's just, to me, it's just like a really good place to go to get yarn. Like I said, they got killer deals. And they always seem to get the new yarns before any other craft store, except for the Karen Cakes. Dang Michaels. But they always seem to get like all the new yarns first, which I like. I like that. I think that's cool. I'm always looking for new yarns at Joann's. Not so much Michael's, but like I said, I can't handle Michael's online. But in-store Michael's. Don't get me wrong, I like Michael's. Brick and mortar. I don't like their online anymore. It's ruined. But Joann's, I like their brick and mortar, but it's really far away. So I don't go there. Last time I went there was with my friend Gary. Not this last time he came down, but the time before. So, you know, last April. It's been a year. And before that, it was years before that I had went there. Because it's so far away, and it's kind of a small Joann's. I had to drive even farther to get to a decent Joann's. And I can just buy the stuff online, and, you know, they deliver it to me, and they got killer deals online. They got killer deals in the store, too, but they got a lot more online than they do in the stores. It's just easier for me. Plus, I tell you this all the time, I hate to leave I don't even like to leave my room here, the vicinity of this, like, area here, or to go crochet in my little makeshift. It used to be a walk-in shower, now it's where I record videos. And I don't even like to leave this room. I have everything I need here. I mentioned that before. I have a refrigerator and a microwave, a bathroom. Everything I need is right here. But yes, I do occasionally leave my room. I don't, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I do leave my room. I don't like to, but yes, I do. And I go places every once in a while, maybe to Walmart, which is about 5 minutes away. And every once in a while, I'll hit up my Michael's, which is about an hour away. If they have some stuff that I really, really want really bad, I'll go there. Otherwise, it's really not worth it to leave for me. I'm very much a homebody. So, back to Joann's. Enough about me. You guys probably already know all that weird stuff about me. All we can do is hope for the best for our dear friend Joann's. If you guys like Joann's, I love Joann's. So I'm going to try to help them out. So, like, whenever I buy yarn from them, I might throw a couple extra balls of yarn in the cart. Like I did a review, if you guys didn't see that, on this new yarn they had. I actually bought, I don't really do too many yarn reviews anymore, but I like to show the new yarns. And normally I probably would only bought a couple colors. But I knew they were going bankrupt, you know, and they needed, you know, they were trying to get out of it. So I actually bought like 10 balls of it instead of 2, just trying to help them out, you know, here and there. Maybe throw a couple extra balls in the cart. I don't know if that'll help, but if everybody can, you know, if anybody has the means, everybody in the entire world, throw 1 extra ball in your cart. Maybe that'll help them out in the long run. I don't know. But hey, I only know what I read and what I hear from people on the internet, you know. So this can be like the Joann's bankruptcy gossip column. But do you guys hear anything different than what I just said? Let me know in the comments. All right. We need to know, like, really what's going on. Like I said, everything I told you is just things I've read from various websites. I filter out the stuff I know is not true. You can kind of tell. But if you see the same thing on multiple different news sources, you pretty much know that's pretty legit. So try to keep, like, if you know anything, if you hear anything, like, you know, anything at all, put it in the comments below, you know. Like, do you guys know of any Joann stores opening up, closing? Have you heard something different than what I just said? Drop it down below. I don't want to be left with Michael's online. I don't. No, that would be the worst thing ever. If Joann's went away. It can't. I'm going to go buy some yarn from him now. I couldn't live in a world with just Michael's online. What a sad world that would be. In Walmart? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Leave anything below that you guys have heard, alright? Because like I said, I don't know any more than what I just told you, what I read and whatnot. So, all right, this is the Joann's. Is it really okay? Joann's, are you okay? Page, okay? The feed down below, the comment feed. All right, let's fill it up with what we know. Bye, guys.